On a quiet June morning in 1837, an 18-year-old princess was awakened with life-changing news. Her uncle, King William IV, had died, and she was now Queen of the United Kingdom. This young woman, barely over 5 feet tall, would go on to define an entire era, one of empire, industry, and change. When Queen Victoria ascended the throne, Britain was already in the throes of the Industrial Revolution. Steam power drove factories, railways, and ships, reshaping the economy. The Great Western Railway, designed by Isambard Kingdom Brunel, connected London to the west of England, cutting travel times drastically. Meanwhile, factories in Manchester and Birmingham churned out textiles, iron, and steel, making Britain the workshop of the world. But industrial progress came at a cost. Cities swelled with workers, crammed into filthy slums. Disease, especially cholera and typhoid, spread unchecked. Child labor was common, and the average workday stretched 12 to 16 hours. Social reformers like Lord Shaftesbury campaigned against these horrors, leading to early labor laws such as the Factory Act of 1847, which limited working hours for women and children. In 1845, disaster struck Ireland with the Great Famine. A potato blight wiped out the staple crop, leading to starvation and mass emigration. Over 1 million people died, and millions more fled to America and Britain. The British Empire expanded aggressively during Victoria's reign, with military conflicts playing a crucial role. Britain, alongside France and the Ottoman Empire, fought against Russia to curb its influence in Eastern Europe. The Crimean War is remembered for the charge of the Light Brigade, Florence Nightingale's revolution in battlefield nursing, and the first use of war correspondence, bringing grim realities of battle to the public. In 1857, Indian soldiers in the British East India Company's army rebelled against British rule due to harsh policies and cultural insensitivity. The revolt led to brutal massacres on both sides and ended with the British government taking direct control of India, making it the crown jewel of the empire. Victoria, though not a warrior queen, was deeply involved in her empire. She took the title Empress of India in 1877, symbolizing British dominance. She also fostered diplomacy, marrying her children into European royal families, earning her the nickname Grandmother of Europe. The second half of the 19th century saw rapid scientific and technological progress. Charles Darwin's On the Origin of Species in 1859 challenged religious beliefs with the theory of evolution, sparking fierce debate. The London Underground became the world's first subway system, easing congestion in the capital in 1863. The telephone transformed communication in 1876, and the light bulb revolutionized daily life in 1880s. Social change followed technological progress. The expansion of literacy, fueled by compulsory education laws in the 1870s, created a new reading public. Women, long confined to domestic roles, began demanding rights. The suffragettes, led by figures like Millicent Fawcett, campaigned for voting rights, though full suffrage wouldn't come until later. Meanwhile, socialist and labor movements gained traction, challenging the rigid class system. Karl Marx, living in London, wrote Das Kapital, critiquing industrial capitalism. By the 1890s, Britain remained a global power, but cracks were forming. The Boer War in South Africa exposed British military weaknesses. Public support for imperialism was waning. Queen Victoria, now an elderly widow dressed in perpetual mourning for her beloved Prince Albert, remained a symbol of stability. But the world around her was changing. She died in January 1901, marking the end of an era.